most of the time we look to the West for guidance, direction, for the latest innovation. What's changed since then is today we're also now looking from the West to the East to what we can learn.
We all know that the future is in Asia, but often we find it quite difficult to grow in Asia. The customers are different, the competitions are different.
Any small business, any small venture that you develop has a ripple effect in Asia, both because of the diversity of the population, the environment, the culture, and the situations that we face.
People looking to see what we can learn, not just in Singapore, but across the Asian region.
I came from US to Singapore and to have a different taste of Asian flavor.
I wanted to have an immersive experience, and I was very particular about coming here. The program had been really useful to me.
It is targeted at our students from our exchange partners who will spend a week in Singapore learning about how business is done in Singapore as well as in India. They get exposure to a number of different functional areas like marketing, like technology and innovation, economic development, and so on.
In the session specifically, we'll run through some case studies and examples of where people have succeeded, where some issues have come up, where failures have been, and more importantly, showcase all the opportunities for people like yourselves that have had global interests, global opportunities, global education to come in and help to participate.
Some of the key learnings I took away from the Asian Business Landscape curriculum was the opportunity for the emerging markets here in Asia to really drive innovative business models and thinking. There's a lot of historically hard to abate industries here that are operating on legacy business models, which inherently provides options and room for new innovative business systems and models to permeate the industry and drive innovative change.
It totally changed my perspective of how I see Singapore and overall Asia as a business market. Seeing how the up-and-coming opportunities overall, the rising of the business landscape here has been eye-opening.
It's pretty interesting, and I never thought of it that way. It's actually not emerging economies of Asia, it's re-emerging economies of Asia.
In the context of all the changes in the global environment, both in terms of environmental issues and technological issues, there are massive opportunities for growth for entrepreneurs in Asia.
So what makes this program unique is it is in Singapore, which is a very good mixture of East and West in terms of economic development, culture, business practices, and so on.
We learn about the different models of how Singapore deals with the business and how the whole country is run like a business, which is amazing for me. My initial thought was that companies come here for the market, but it's not the case. They actually come here to start the business and then go outside of the country.
The way we structure the programs when they come in right away, we want to give them a sense of the transformation that has happened in Singapore and in many parts of Asia. While doing that, we also kind of delve into institutions, into culture, into the role of government. And there are many commonalities across different Asian countries such as Singapore, South Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and so on.
I've seen so many great investment in technology and innovation here. Not to mention, 5G, blockchain, sustainability.
We basically talk about positives and negatives, costs and benefits, and in particularly we focus on central bank digital currency, benefits of programmable money, easy flow of monetary policy, financial inclusion, and other things.
It was more than just sitting in an MBA class, but I felt like this was like the greatest tour guide, telling about small things, how Singapore is different from the Western countries, or what are the similarities.
It had the right balance of classes. When it came to classes, we had strategy class, which discussed what gives this country a competitive advantage, and we also had site visits.
You had the opportunity to visit the #1 brewery here in Singapore, Tiger Brewery, the opportunity to learn about digitization of the largest bank here in Singapore, DBS, and even hear from various practitioners in the space as it pertains to different industries, from sustainability to entrepreneurship.
So they are getting diverse perspectives from consultants, from industry participants, as well as academics.
There was no other better way to learn than studying these case studies, because these companies have just starting from this small country and just becoming global names. And we actually went to the field to really hear about it and see. It's incredible.
I wear a specific lens when I view certain aspects or ask questions in a certain way, whereas my classmates who come from other regions and countries, they use their perspective, and I would say it has been an enriching experience in that way.
Getting their different perspectives, even working on presentation at the end, and us working together is just showing that you can learn from anyone.
I had an elementary understanding about how Japan operates, and it was through an interaction with one of my classmates I better understood it's more of a homogeneous environment in Japan. So it was not only about understanding Singapore, this experience has also given me an opportunity to learn about other cultures which I might not have learned.
It's a whole mix of tools that gives them exposure to different topics and different people, different perspectives, and hopefully the learning is richer that way.
This is not just a regular course. This is definitely something that if you are wondering how the Asian business is growing and how Singapore is helping that landscape, this is definitely a course that I would strongly recommend.
Even if I came here as a tourist, I think I would do this program, because these are things that you would not just go by when you're going to different places, checking off all the tourist places. There's so many things I felt like I learned, and I feel like even though I was here for a short time, it's like I've been here for more than a year that I would have learned. Once I go back to the US, I think I have a lot of stories to share.
It has opened my eyes. I'm pretty sure it will open yours.